Sister Sharon said, everybody that does oral sex is on their way to hell. That was Sister Sharon said. She said, y'all that be doing it, all that oral sex, married folks. Yes, even married folks. She said, y'all on y'all way to hell. That's what she said. The mouth made for eating. Not all that extra stuff going in and out, slurping and all that stuff. It says a sin, even for married folks. It ain't right. But the bed is undefiled. Not in all cases. Make you wonder about even kissing. Are we supposed to kiss our spouses in the mouth? The Bible said greet one another with a holy kiss. Kissing, mouth to mouth kissing is really, I believe, is pretty much an ungodly sexual act. She might be right. God said be fruitful and multiply. He ordained what it take for a man and woman to come together and to reproduce. Now, somebody probably want to ask her about kissing, mouth to mouth kissing for saints. You know, people go to church and have their weddings in church. Some of them be getting into it. Now, I did hear Geno Jennings one time talking about weddings in church and stuff. He said it ain't supposed to. Weddings are not supposed to take place in church. Up there kissing. That's a sexual act. The church ain't the place for weddings. Some people, yeah, I mean, that's what he said. And I can agree with that. And I can pretty much agree with what Sister Sharon said. The bed is undefiled. She said not in all cases. Now, sure, a lot of church folks, a lot of saints ain't gonna agree with that statement. Them church folks some freaks. Them church folk religion, especially here in the West, in the States, church folk, boy, they be getting it on. They don't want to hear nothing like that. What? What? What if it's that time of the month and I can't do nothing, but my husband still want them? What I'm supposed to do? Y'all might want to ask Sister Sharon about all this. I guess he's supposed to wait it out. We are supposed to be do stuff in the order. If the wife can't properly do what's necessary, then I guess the husband supposed to wait on his wife. Now the Bible do say not to defraud one another, but there is a special time. So I guess he got to wait it out. Supposed to wait it out. But you know what? That's a subject that's not really talked about. There's one subject that people try to stay clear of. People don't want to hear. People don't want to hear anything dealing with sex and death. Don't one or two topics nobody don't hardly want to talk about. But I think she might be on to something. But these church folk, what? Y'all remember them? Their husband and wife out there in Vegas that got busted in trouble for trafficking them girls or doing something. They had about 21, 22 sex toys, dildos and stuff. Come on, you church folk. Goodness gracious. Better not tell these church folk. Sister Sharon, you might be on the wanted list now for that. Telling church folk about oral sex. We need to hear this stuff though, cause give you something to think about. I mean, but shoot, these church folks now. I guess in a way, if you keep it between your husband and wife, you might be alright, but these church folk are indulged in all sorts of sex act, menage a trois, swingings, and sleeping around. Man. Passing all, and they doing everything. I don't want to get too graphic, but come on. Back and front. It don't take all of that to have XCX. These folks doing everything nowadays. Goodness gracious. Me and my wife be talking about it sometimes. I'm like, do it take all that? But these folks be doing nowadays to have XCX? She like, nah, it don't take all that. These folks, man, just nasty. Nasty. Church folks involved in all sorts of nasty sex acts. Husband got sex addiction problem. Wives got sex addiction problem. You'd be surprised you go to these churches who's sleeping around with each other. They always have been doing it, just been quiet. Women and women going together. You have to, they used to try to hide it. But I realized when I was growing up in church, most of them women, older women, most of them was into women. You don't start figuring stuff out till you get a little older. And you start seeing stuff. Gee, like stuff you realize that you always wonder about in your family. You ask questions about certain people. You will never get no answer and stuff. Then once you got older and grown up, you start looking back, you start putting two and two together, and you found out that these are half sisters and cousins. They are related twice. Grandma slept with, got children by who? They what? Out of convenience. started seeing this stuff. Like, golly, had to find stuff out the hard way. You know, you ask direct question, whatever. When you got to the point you started trying to connect the dots and stuff you were seeing and you were hearing, then you got grown. You really realized what? But that was Sister Sharon said. I ain't gonna say she wrong, but that's something we need to think about. Married couples and stuff like that, we need to think about what we're doing. You know, somebody said, well, we married, we clean, won't see nothing wrong with it, but God did make the mouth for eating. Can't deny that. The only thing supposed to go in your mouth is food. But I just wanted to kind of touch on that. It's a good. I ain't gonna say she's wrong, but there's a good chance that she's right about it. I have never really given any thought to that degree, but you know, it's something to think about. The bed is not completely undefiled. Some things are not permitted. We just don't want to deal with the hard truth.